This is the year of the dragon. I have spent 1000 hours painting dragons. If you want to learn about dragons, you come to the right place. Let me tell you the story of the first dragon. In the Enuma Elish, not this Elish, the Babylonian creation epic that influenced Mesopotamian traditions and even the Bible. This is the oldest story ever told. In the beginning, within the primordial waters, two primordial forces emerged. Apsu, representing the sweet and fresh water, symbolizing order and masculinity. Tiamat, representing the bitter and salt waters, chaos and femininity. These two gods clad flesh, intermingled, and created other gods. Lamu and Lahamu often depict as serpents, representing yin and yang, symbolizing DNA, with two serpents spiraling together. Lamu means hairy one, the male, while Lahamu is the female version. And they gave birth to Ansha and Kisha. Ansha means totality of the upper world, atmosphere, while Kisha means the whole earth. Ansha and Kisha made more gods, and their children made even more gods. The growing gods were making a lot of noise and disturbed the peace of Apsu and Tiamat. Imagine, if you were a newborn god with superpowers, what would you have done? Boom, 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 boom. You'd just be using your powers, right? Everywhere. There are silent gods, and then there are noisy gods. Apsu, the father of all gods, decided enough is enough and plotted to silence the noisy gods. Enki, the god of wisdom, one of the children of the elder gods, heard about the ploy, and he decided to cast a spell that put Apsu to sleep, and then killed him in his sleep. Single-handedly, he destroyed order and took Apsu's crown and halo. Halo here means glory. Apsu is a primordial god. He is immortal, and when he dies, he doesn't just disappear. Enki repurposed Apsu's body, making his home from Apsu's body. It is like building an empire on top of the old one. What happens when you kill order? Chaos. Tiamat caught wind that her children had killed her husband. Chaos is chaos. But if you add revenge, it becomes vengeance. She goes to war to avenge her husband, to kill all the children of the gods. She needed an army, so she made demons, dragons, and monsters. She gave birth to them and filled their bodies with poison instead of blood. The Hydra and the dragon are born. This is the origin of the dragon. A good segue to show you the first dragon I painted. I'm going to show you my process. Boom, 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 boom. Tiamat dragons is often depicted as a sea serpent, and she fills the dragon's body with poison instead of blood. I designed this dragon with that in mind. I want it to be an apex predator of both land and sea. A combination of a lionfish with eel-like features and a serpent-forked tongue. It can now use chemosensory to detect its prey on land. Fun fact, a snake's tongue can taste fear. I wanted to give it a contemporary spin, so I added a yard with Mr. Beast on it. Guess where this is? Leave a comment down below. Let me continue the story. When Enki, the god of wisdom, repurposes Apsu's body, making his home from Apsu's body, the holy heart of Apsu, the chamber of destiny, is where Enki and Damkina, his wife, created Murdoch. When Murdoch is born, he is perfect in beauty, courage, and strength. Tiamat's army was ready. All the gods have attempted to convince, trick, or fight Tiamat, but they all failed. The gods needed a champion. So Enki summoned his son, Murdoch, and requested him to take on Tiamat. Murdoch knew this was his destiny and his chance to gain divine kingship. He made a deal with all the gods. If he were to take on this role and defeat Tiamat, he would be the supreme of all gods. All the gods agreed and granted him kingship. The gods gave him all the shrines, meaning that Marduk received all the powers. Marduk received the powers to create and destroy through the spoken word. It gives a new meaning to let there be light. Once he received this power, all the gods paid homage by giving him tools. He got the net, a hurricane weapon, evil wind, a bow, and a storm chariot. Here is the segue to my painting. I'm going to show you my process. Boom, 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 boom. Mishishushu. Mishishushu. I can't pronounce this one. Mashishu means reddish serpent or fierce serpent. They have this bas relief of Mashishu at the gates of Ishtar. This gate is under his protection. The dragon has always been depicted with Marduk as his symbol. I interpret these various depictions of Mashishu being the storm chariot. You can see Marduk riding on his dragon in this picture. It is a scaly animal with hind legs representing the talons of an eagle, lion-like forelimbs, a long neck and tail, 2 horns on its head, and a snake-like tongue. I painted this version of Mashishu protecting the hanging gardens of Babylon. Let me finish the story. Marduk was armed to his teeth. He got the net, a hurricane weapon, a bow, and a storm chariot. He went out alone to face Tiamat. I'm gonna rephrase a bit. Marduk proclaimed, "You are against my father. You are evil and I'm coming for you for a 1v1 battle." Tiamat becomes even more enraged and started casting spell. That started the 1v1 battle, I guess. Marduk used the net to shackle Tiamat, pinning her down. Tiamat is chaos. Marduk is the heart of order. So the net is like order, capturing chaos. Tiamat goes on the offense. She wants to swallow Marduk. As she opens her mouth, he uses evil wind, the hurricane weapon, to bloat her stomach. Now she is unable to escape and unable to attack. Marduk shot the arrow, dealing the killing blow, cutting through her body, splitting her heart, and defeating Tiamat. Tiamat's army panicked, and some of the demons, dragons, and monsters scattered. Those who didn't run away were led by Kingu. He is Tiamat's champion, general of the demon army, one of the quiet gods, son of Tiamat, and consort of Tiamat. Consort means spouse. Kingu is the original Oedipus. He clapped flesh with his mother. Marduk defeated and captured Kingu and took the tablets of fate, the power to control law and order. Tiamat is a goddess. She is immortal. She doesn't die. She is defeated and she falls apart. Marduk repurposed her. Half of her body becomes heaven, cosmos, and half of her becomes hell. Marduk created all the physics of reality from her body and asked the other gods to maintain it. Here's the most interesting part. Kingu was the one who instigated Tiamat to go to war. The gods wanted to punish Kingu. They took his blood vessel. In this term, I think it's life force. Enki uses the blood of Kingu to create humankind. Mankind is then set to toil in the service of the gods. This story is older than the Bible. It's about 3,000 to 3,500 years old. Some scholars have suggested that Enki, also known as Ea, is Yahweh. I don't know. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe please. Remember to be kind, stay safe, and good luck.